Welcome back to Off the Tap. This week is episode 26, and we're doing New Holland's Dragon Milk versus their Dragon Milk White.
Dragon's Milk.
I think it's New Holland.
It's
I'm pretty
really,
sure it's New.
Cheers.
This
Yeah.
really intimidated me. These beers. Like I got really nervous for tonight's episode, but sitting here before the podcast, I read this Dragon Milk White, and it says bourbon barrel aged white stout with coffee, chocolate, and vanilla extract. And I'm no longer nervous. I'm excited now.
I've heard a lot of people talk about this beer, and I like stouts. I've loved coffee stouts. I've only had one milk stout before, and it was not the best thing, but I'm excited and nervous for this as well.
I've never had a stout, so I'm scared.
You told me you had a breakfast stout a while back at B52.
I don't think it was a breakfast stout. I think it was just like a coffee flavored beer. Does that make it a stout? I mean, does that make it a stout?
No, it would say it's a stout if it's a stout.
I don't remember if it was a stout or not. So what should I try first?
Well, I think we should. I think we should go with the regular Dragon's Milk first.
Oh, dude.
I think we should.
You're making me
First,
edge.
okay, but let's really quickly. We're not going to be doing the ABVs on the Dragon's Milk White because we've all seen it, and Sean has seen. Yeah. And Sean has seen the ABV for the bottle, so it's just me and Andrew, and we're just gonna do one. So before we get any further and talk about the descriptions of the bottle or whatever, the can, since it's right there, let's just go ahead and throw out what we think it's gonna be.
I just want to point out 3 weeks in a row, I've had to go to my living room or go to my kitchen and rummage around the drawer to find this bottle opener because nobody wants to make twist-off bottles anymore.
Maybe just leave it on your desk, eh?
I don't entirely know how I like how this smells.
Oh, see, I love the way it smells, but based on what I know that stouts are like higher in alcohol content generally. I'm gonna go a 10.2 on it.
What's the best way to open a bottle without a bottle opener?
Dude.
Not using my teeth.
Okay.
I'm just not going to participate in this episode, I guess. You guys have a good one?
All right, love you.
Whew.
Dude, so
After tasting it, I think it's higher than what I said.
okay, I tasted it, and at first I'm like, dude, this isn't my thing. Because it just but the aftertaste.
The aftertaste is incredible.
It's phenomenal. It tastes like a really good, like, non-franchise coffee shop would smell.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good description.
You know, like not Starbucks because that's cheap shit compared to what I'm talking about. Like you go in
Not
there,
like a local coffee shop.
and they've got like local artists who have like muraled the walls, you know, and they sell CBD coffee, you know, like, like.
Yeah.
But the aftertaste is fantastic.
It hits you at the first. God, what's that flavor that I'm getting right off the bat? The initial taste that I'm getting is something else.
It's gasoline.
It's very alcohol-y. You know what I mean? like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah. Sean's over here having to.
He got it. Let's go.
Sean, wait till you take a sip of this beer. The aftertaste is so great, but the front, the fruit forward aspect of it is not fruity at all. It's gasoline-y.
Which one did y'all just drink?
The
dark
bottle.
one.
The
bottle?
regular Dragon's Milk. What's your ABV guess, Andrew?
Ooh.
I went
8.4.
8.4.
Dude, I'm nervous.
No, I think it's closer to. I almost want to say it's like in the 12s.
What?
Yeah, but I said 10.2 earlier, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. What is it?
It's 11, dude.
11.
Whew, whew, whew.
Oh
my God,
wow.
Stouts are typically up there.
Wow. We're drinking wine. This is a wine podcast now.
Yeah, dude, it's
Additionally, mine has been aged in this bottle for 4 months, so cheers to that.
extra aging.
Sean,
Oh my God.
So is mine
Taste it.
because
Taste
ours
it.
are from the
It
same
smells-
batch.
It smells so familiar.
taste it. You'll see what we're talking
It's
about.
like
It does,
It
dude.
smells
It
like-
tastes like something else.
It smells so familiar. It smells like if you filled a pizza roll with paint thinner.
I've never smelled that before.
It tastes like the root beer version of the bottle caps candy almost in the front. No.
Tastes like rum.
Wait till the end, though. Wait till the aftertaste. Aftertaste is fantastic.
It is good. Yeah, it tastes like coffee.
The front, the as it sits in your mouth, you're like not a fan, and then you swallow it, and you're like, big fan.
God.
It's rubbing alcohol. That's the initial flavor I'm getting is rubbing alcohol.
Yes, me too.
And then the aftertaste is like a chocolatey coffee, like a dark chocolate, not a milk chocolate, like a dark chocolate.
I feel like you gotta be like a Viking dragon slayer just to be able to drink these.
Well, really quickly, I love both of these can designs or bottle designs, whatever you want to call it. The black one is black with white lettering and like black dragon scales behind, which I think is really tight.
The white can is much better.
The white can is much better.
Yeah, the white can makes me want to be in real life Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it does. It's very cool. Let's get into the white one. I want to taste this one now.
I'm so scared. I do not like the other one.
It's unlike anything I've ever had before.
Oh God.
This doesn't even taste like beer.
This tastes like you're having a chocolate milk.
This one smells better.
I didn't even smell this one.
I don't know how to describe this.
I would describe it as not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's what I would describe it as.
Yeah. Well, the
hell is that?
The vanilla stays on your tongue. It stays there after you drink the white one. It'll sit there.
Neither one of these tastes like liquid. They taste like you pureed beef jerky. Like
I think you got COVID, dog.
I don't think Sean has very good taste buds.
No, it's like you pureed beef jerky and like breast milk. Like that's what this tastes like.
I've never had breast milk, so I can't attest.
Yeah, I was preemie fed, and that explains a lot.
Yeah, it does explain a lot.
God, what does that taste like? They both taste like something familiar.
If I'm being honest,
I can't put my finger on it. I'm drunk already, dude.
I can't taste anything in this white one. Now. I don't know if it was because I drank the regular Dragon's Milk first, but I don't taste anything from the white one at all.
I think
it's not that bad, but oh God,
the white one tastes like.
I don't get vanilla or anything.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on in my mouth.
I taste vanilla, but it doesn't taste. It obviously doesn't taste like a beer. It tastes like I don't know, like a sweet cream with like some chocolate in it.
Some chocolate.
Some chocolate.
Would it be wrong? Would it be wrong to go get a glass and pour like an ounce of each of these in a glass and drink them combined at the same time?
No, but I do want to see what they look like outside of the can. So you should pour it in there. So
the foam in the bottle and the regular Dragon's Milk was like brown. So
all right, give me a second. I'm gonna get a glass so we can see.
This legit might be milk from a dragon.
Legit might be milk from a brown dragon. Because we all know that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. So
obviously, yes.
And strawberry milk comes from pink cows, quite literally.
Dude, there's something that like
you're gonna shoot it.
There's something that when you taste, you ever like smell something like. Go ahead.
That's
Andrew.
nice.
I'll wait to tell my story. Go ahead.
This is the dark one.
That looks nice.
It's literally brown.
Yeah.
It looks like a Guinness.
Yeah, it looks like a coffee or a root beer, like a Guinness. Or, something like that. So then, down the hatch.
Oh, good luck, brother.
All right.
I think I'm almost throwing up watching you.
Oh man, I don't think it's that bad.
I don't either.
I'm trying to let my taste buds settle so I can go in for the white. That's much lighter.
Much lighter.
The white that does not look like a stout. Yeah, that looks more like a wheat beer than a stout.
Yeah, well, it doesn't taste like beer. I don't know what it tastes like.
I don't know.
You know when you smell something, and you're just walking down the street, and you're like, it smells like my grandma's house out here. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like you smell something and it takes you back to a place in time from when you were younger or something, When I drink this beer, it tastes like it's like that, but taste. Like this beer tastes like a weird memory that you have of your grandma's house or something.
I
like when she made me paint the walls or something.
I will tell you this: I like neither of these beers while I'm tasting them. They taste weird, and it's not something I'm used to. But I mean, I guess
That is gross.
the dark one's growing on me. The dark one's growing on me. But
The white one sucks.
the thing is the aftertaste of both of them. I mean, they hook you in for another sip.
Yeah, but when you first
The
immediately
regular
taste
one
it,
does for me. I'm not tasting anything. I don't know if I have a bad can or. I mean, I'm getting very little, but I'm not getting like vanilla or anything.
Then yeah, you have COVID.
No, but I taste the other one. I don't know.
you know what? If you, I'm just gonna imagine I'm sitting on a mountain in Scotland, and a dragon flies up to me, and he's like, "Here you go, son. Some nutrients for you."
And he skeets in
Here's
your mouth.
it's for my mother's breast milk. She canned it, and this is for you. Drink this and be rejuvenated. And I take one
I
sip.
like your voice.
I take one sip, and I'm like, this sucks. And I just spit in his face, and he
The
flies
eagle
off.
eggs were a lie, Steven.
He chucks his tail between his legs, and he flies off. And I sit there, and I
The
die a
dragon's
happy
milk
man.
was a lie.
It would make you the greatest fighter in all of the world.
And out of the world.
I'm telling you, the initial taste of this dragon's milk white tastes like something that you're not supposed to eat.
I don't
Like
know.
it tastes like freezer burned corn dogs.
Well, I for one don't dislike it. I think it is definitely the most unique thing I've ever put in my mouth. But
That's saying a lot.
yeah, it is, and pretty decent to me. I mean, will I ever buy this beer again? Will I ever?
First of all, it's
In my
incredibly
life.
expensive here. I don't know if it is up north,
Fine.
but it's very expensive here.
It is.
You know,
It is.
For
Will I
single
ever buy
bottles of this
beer
was like
again?
$4.
The answer is no. You know, it's something that's cool to have tried. You know, I'm glad I've tried it. I'm glad I've got this here. If I was the guy at the party that could stand this, you know, and I'm like over here drinking on a dragon's milk, and people are like, dude, look at that guy. You know, like maybe I would drink it, but no.
You know,
it's
you
no.
know
Oh,
what? I
man.
think Andrew was. This is
I
what Andrew was saying
really
earlier.
like the regular one.
Andrew was saying this earlier, I think. But when I burp, or when I like move my tongue around in my mouth, it tastes good. You know. But when I'm drinking it, I don't like the process.
I like the regular dragon's milk.
I
me
like
go
it
back
more
to it.
than the white one. I like it more than
Yeah.
the white one.
Oh,
Let me
for
go back
sure
to
for
it.
me. I'm kind of disappointed in the white one a little bit now.
After
God,
reading
they
that
both suck.
sentence,
Oh, God. Oh, the
I
black one's worse. The regular one, the black bottle, that one's worse. It's so much worse. It's so bad.
The black one's worse.
Oh, dude, it tastes like.
Do you like stouts? Have you ever had a stout before?
Coffee. I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, you might just
I
not
think-
like stouts then.
rubbing alcohol in your coffee, I think that's pretty good.
It keeps your insides clean. Oh,
And then you put some oranges in there.
I thought you were saying sounds like a good idea.
I don't
We
know.
don't
man.
condone consuming rubbing alcohol, by the way. I was just making a
They
joke.
both lose.
This is weird because I like that dark one.
I do too. It's definitely not a springtime beer though. It's definitely a winter beer.
Dude, if I was like huddled up around the fireplace watching like a scary movie,
I would
Not
drink
even scary
anything
movie.
else.
Dude, imagine, like you said earlier, imagine being the guy at the party drinking a dragon's milk.
yeah, and people are like, dude, can I have a sip of your beer? And you're like, yeah, for 50 cents. You know how much this beer costs?
And they're like, yo, what are you drinking? And you got to be like, yo, come here real quick. I'll tell you about it.
Hey, come here.
I can't just be saying, I just can't be saying this kind of information out loud. Yeah.
I've never heard you do this accent, Sean, but I kind of like it.
How can I know you're on my side?
Dude, on my
What
birthday,
that sounds like the
can you
guy
send me, like,
I was
like a
watching
happy
Black
birthday
Panther
thing?
last night and this morning, and it sounds like the bad guy from Black Panther.
I'm kind of basing this accent off that one dude from Thor.
What about Black?
The guy that
Panther?
carries the guns. That guy.
Vague description, brother.
No, you know you sound
Only
like
guy in the movie that carries guns.
you sound like you would be a voice actor for the next Call of Duty based out of Scotland.
Yeah.
No, in Black Panther, the villain in Black Panther that has like the vibranium arm or whatever.
Claw.
Never seen
Yeah, Claw.
Ulysses
That's what you
never
sound
seen
like.
Black Panther?
No.
I am going
Oh
to
my
punch you
God,
in the
bro. Are
freaking
you
throat,
serious?
Andrew. Get on Disney Plus. I know you have it.
I'm watching The Mandalorian right now. I'm not taking.
You're
a break
watching
from
what?
Mandalorian.
Oh
The
man, I thought you said
Mandalorian?
I'm watching an Orient.
I'm watching the Oregon Trail. All right.
Well, hey, there is a movie that was the Orient Express, Murder on the Orient Express. Great movie, by the way. But dude, what? You haven't seen Black Panther?
It's one of the best Marvel movies.
Black Panther's like easily top 5 Marvel movie.
All right. Well, I'll watch it. I haven't.
It's incredible, dude.
I hadn't got around to. I missed it, and then it was like, do I want to rent it? And then it's like, no, I don't really want to rent it. Do I? But now I can watch it because I have Disney. So
Yeah, dude.
I'll watch it just for you guys.
You have Disney Plus. All right, let's get the initial ratings. Sean, I know you're gonna hate them, so let's get yours out of the way.
Okay. I'm going to rate the regular Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout. I'm going to rate that one first. Okay?
Okay.
4.
Okay. What about the white? How are you feeling about the white?
Okay. The Dragon's Milk's growing on me a little bit, but not much.
The regular one?
It's
The-
only
the
growing
black
on you
bottle?
'cause that 11% hitting.
That could be a valid statement. That's the glory of
mouth
it
feels
being
funny.
$4 a bottle, though. So
That's why they don't even sell them in 6-packs.
yeah,
My mouth is
It is.
getting all saliva, you know, when you're about to throw up and you're trying to hold it in.
there.
Dude, the aftertaste on that is it's top tier.
It's incredible, dude. It's
Okay.
very good aftertaste.
Dragon Milk White. Here we go. 2.
Oh man, he hates it.
1.5.
So funny. That's so funny.
All right, 1.5 is your last one. That's the last last I'm giving you.
God.
That
I'm
cracks
not
me
having a
up.
good time.
Okay. Oh man. Man, I don't know where I want to go.
I'll go if you want me to, if you want to wait.
Yeah, go for it.
You know what would be really cool? It'd be really cool if you were like so good at designing beers that you could isolate like, oh yeah, we want the aftertaste tastes a little bit like this. We want to change that a little bit, so we'll add in a little bit of this ingredient. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
if you
that's
can
what they
control-
do.
I know, but you can control the aftertaste while it's in your mouth. I mean, you can control each section of it. Like that's just.
I mean, you
that's
can.
a skill set to me. I know that's a skill set though. That's a really cool thing to know how to do.
Yeah, it is.
Now, down to the rating. The regular one, I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a
Curse, Andrew.
6.8.
Wow. My burps taste really good, though.
But I'm no, don't take that down. I have to give it a 7. I have to give it a 7.
Okay.
7?
Even
the regular
7.
one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's dude, that aftertaste it pulls you in, and 11%, it's worth it, whatever it is, while it's in your mouth.
I feel like you gotta hold your nose while you drink it.
Facts. No,
The-
you
the
do.
Black can's not as bad.
No,
white
I
one is
like
horrible.
I like this bottle, man. I think it's good.
The bad thing about this for me is that by the time I finish this black bottle, the regular Dragon's Milk, is I'm going to be too drunk to be able to really understand what I'm drinking out of the white can. I'm maybe not drunk, but I'm going to have a good enough buzz to where it's, not going to matter. I mean, we're 20 minutes in already, and I'm buzzing already.
Dude, I'm surprised.
It, to me, doesn't taste like it has any vanilla in it at all. I don't taste any of the vanilla.
The white one. Well, I'll say this first of all, does not pair well with the black one.
No,
I think-
definitely not. Don't drink them
I think-
together like we are.
Yeah, I think if you were having the white one, you need to drink it on its own. But that being said, I do not like the white one as much. The first sip I had of it was better than every sip I've taken after. The white one I'm gonna give Probably like a 4.8.
Okay. I think for me, for the black one, I'm gonna go with a. I think I'm gonna go with like a 7.6.
Ooh, so you like this bad mamma jamma.
I do. I really like stouts though. There's I don't know if it's a stout or if it's necessarily labeled as a stout, but there's one that comes out of Conroe from Copperhead Brewery, and it's called Venom, I think. And they brew it and then they age it in Jack Daniel's whiskey barrels. And that's like a 14% beer. And I can only drink like 3/4 of a bottle max.
You know what I don't understand?
Because then I'm sweating.
It's like, how can this bourbon barrel aged stout taste like vodka or like rum? I don't know. Like, I'm not tasting any bourbon. I'm tasting straight alcohol.
And it's definitely the bourbon flavor comes through with like that rubbing alcohol flavor I'm getting. Because there's bourbon out there that tastes pretty much like rubbing alcohol, but the more I'm drinking just the regular Dragon's Milk, the smoother it's getting to me.
I'm not being dramatic, or there's no theatrics to this. I would rather drink a Vivacella. Helichella, excuse me.
Oh God, we found something.
I like that flavor palette better.
Than the white one?
Either one.
Spicy is better than either of these beers? Both of them?
Yeah, either one.
Huh.
Wow.
I'm trying to finish the white one because I don't want to be drinking the white one anymore. I just want to...
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and knock out the white one, I think, too.
I could see myself sitting down and, like, with a 4-pack of these, just casually sipping on them all night. And like, by the end of the night, I'm toast. But I'm just sipping on these Dragon's Milk.
It's here. I'm gonna for the white one. For me, it's more of a disappointment thing. I don't think it's that bad, honestly. But because it doesn't really taste like much to me, I don't know. I'm gonna go.
I wish you could have mine because mine has a lot of flavor to it, just not the good kind.
I mean, there's some there, but it's not super like rich. It's only 6% for a stout, you know?
Dude,
and I think for that I'm gonna go 5 even on mine.
The white one to me tastes like if you put like a really dirty nickel in your mouth.
Wait a second, hold on. I've been trying to place it. This might be it. Let me take it.
Like one that's been in your center console of your truck for 2 years.
You kind of pick out of like a little a pond that has stagnant water. You pick the nickel out after leaving in there for a week, and you put the nickel in your mouth, and that's like what the white one tastes like.
That is horrible, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I don't give a shit. That's a terrible beer.
Here's the thing too: is just like IPAs, I feel like stouts are an acquired taste. Cause like that was my reaction when I had my first IPA. I was like, "Oh my God, this is disgusting," and now I'm like, right. "Ooh, an IPA." Man, what's the percentage on it?
Kind of slays.
They do, bro. I love an IPA now.
I don't know, man. Maybe I
and
just
stout,
need to drink more of them.
The thing about stouts to me is they have a lot of like black coffee flavor.
Dude,
and which I love black coffee.
That's the only way I drink my coffee. I don't do like maybe I'll put creamer in it, but like I'm just like anytime I'm drinking coffee to wake up, like not to enjoy my coffee. So I'll pour like
I do it to enjoy coffee.
I'll pour like half a cup of coffee, let it cool down for like 30 seconds, and then I'll just drink it really fast, and then I'll do it again and drink it really fast.
Well, the thing about coffee for
nothing about this tastes like coffee to me.
Coffee just
the white one doesn't at all.
The aftertaste. The white one,
the darker one, 100% tastes like coffee.
Okay, I shouldn't say nothing about this. The aftertaste tastes like coffee, but nothing about the actual taste when I'm drinking the beer tastes like coffee at all.
Well,
no.
I don't drink coffee because it really upsets my stomach, but I like doing like double shot espresso, just like straight espresso.
So you can just clean your intestines out real quick?
Well, it's less liquid for me to drink. Like if you give me a whole nitro cold brew, right? Just this big glass,
yes, dude.
I get halfway through. They're so good. They taste good, but I get halfway through it and I'm like, I gotta take like 3 dumps.
Let's not make it one of those episodes again.
But this dark bottle I really like. In the also I forgot what I was saying a second ago. The Big Wave. I gave Jill a sip of that one last week's. And she was like,
Excuse me.
Randall.
I was trying to get that beer settling in with my dinner, bro.
She goes, oh, that tastes like an IPA. I was like, dude, that's what we said.
No, I did. That's crazy, man.
Randall, what did you rate the regular Dragon's Milk?
7.6.
Are you not listening?
I really like it.
I heard the Dragon's
I like
Milk
stouts
white
though.
I
I especially like stouts on draft
I've never had one
from a brewery.
I don't know.
I will say that I do like this dark one. This white one I'm not really a fan of, but
The white one absolutely, in my opinion, sucks. The black one has a good aftertaste. I say the black one. You can't see the can. The regular Dragon's Milk has a better aftertaste, and at least like kind of grows on you a little bit. But at the moment, the white one is terrible.
Look, man.
I'm gonna have to slow down. I don't want to get drunk.
I think I'm opposite of that. I mean, I definitely like the bottle more, the regular Dragon's Milk more, but the white can I don't think is horrible, dude.
I mean, I don't think it's god awful.
No, yeah, I mean it's not my favorite, but I mean it's not horrible.
I mean, I would drink a whole 6-pack of these before you made me drink one Helichella.
Oh, absolutely, I would.
Oh, easily, hands down.
The more,
right.
Yeah.
When are we gonna talk about dragons?
Next, the more, the more I'm drinking just the can of the white, the more different flavor I'm getting, because I guess I don't have the regular Dragon's Milk on my taste buds anymore. But
you cannot have them together. You cannot.
No, you can't. But the more I'm drinking it by itself, the more I'm liking it.
So what you're saying is instead of going back and forth, let me just drink the white one like 5 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, try it.
I want you to drink the white one 5 times in a row just so I can see your reaction each sip.
Gosh. All right.
Also, because if you drink the regular one first, we're gonna be drunk in like 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
We do need to get into some dragons, though.
It's for all my fallen brethren.
Oh God. Speaking of dragons in this, how are we? What are our thoughts on dragons?
Oh, they're lucky they died. Oh, so they don't have to be here and drink this.
All I'm saying is that if Sean's like, if this came from a dragon, I don't ever want to meet a dragon ever in my life.
I was watching a documentary, dude, the other day about like how to train your dragon.
Oh, I seen that on Nat Geo.
Bro, I saw that too, man. Oh, that's steezy, bro.
I was really interested because I'd really like to have a dragon.
I was thinking, dude, I saw a dragon one time.
Dragons are freaking steezy, man. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
If you throw a dragon
in
a show or a movie, instantly better. Hashtag Shrek.
It depends. It depends, right?
Did y'all ever see?
Think about. Yes, it does. Think about.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I can't really. I was gonna compare it.
No.
I was gonna say, think about like Fast and Furious having a dragon in it, but we're not far off.
Better, dude.
But we're not far off from that. So.
Dude, we're really.
Furious chin.
Yeah, you just announced Fast 9.
Vin Diesel went so fast that he broke. Vin Diesel went faster than the speed of light somehow, and he entered an alternate universe
in a Camaro.
Paul Walker was a dragon, and he was blue, and he had a spoiler, and he was racing other dragons.
I think more realistically, he adopts a small dragon who sits under the hood of his car and blows fire into the engine, which burns fuel faster, which allows him.
Yes.
To go faster.
Yeah. And the dragon's name is Brian.
Hey,
I could see that happening.
yes. But hey, when they added dragons to Harry Potter,
Which one did they do that one in?
I'm trying to think.
I don't remember which one.
Are you sure it wasn't a phoenix?
I'm sure it wasn't a phoenix. It's because they had to fight the dragon in the arena.
It was
You know what I'm talking about?
it's the Goblet of Fire.
When they had the fucking dragons.
It's the Goblet of Fire when he goes through like the whole when they're going through like the competition.
Yeah. And he has to fight a dragon?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Well, they all do, but
He gets like the hardest dragon.
He gets the
figures
hardest
out,
ones.
Like a way around it or whatever.
Man, that sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
It wasn't terrible. It was awesome.
I would hate to have the hardest dragon.
No, well, yeah. Oh, okay.
Freaking Lord of the Rings. Did y'all ever see The Hobbit?
I
I
never
never-
seen the Lord of the Rings.
Or are you kidding?
Okay.
You've never seen
okay.
any Lord of the Rings
Now
ever,
listen.
any of them.
Now listen. I think I've seen part of the first one. All right. And I have already established this weekend with someone. One of Joe's family members came to visit, by the name of Josh, and me and him have made a promise to one weekend when he gets back, when he moves to Dallas, we are going to do a watch-a-thon of Lord of the Rings.
Dude, you never seen Lord of the Rings Order of the Phoenix?
No.
I haven't either. Dude, I can't. Oh my god, bro. You need to watch some more movies. I watched those when I was like,
I've watched like every movie you'll ever see.
obviously
except
not.
For, like,
No.
the classic
Except for all the ones that we've seen.
except for the good ones.
Which is awesome. I'm excited because if I've missed all the good ones up to this point, I've
Yeah,
had
you know what?
great-
I'm not hating on you because you're about to have the greatest time in your life watching all the Lord of the Rings.
That's
movies.
true. You're about to get to experience so many great things in life that I've already experienced and I can never experience again for the first time.
I'm actually jealous.
Exactly.
You know, I think I've said this before, but if you can go back and watch your favorite movie again for the first time, Lord of the Rings isn't my favorite movie, but it's one of those movies that like I wish I would have watched it now than when I was 11.
There's
you
a
know?
bunch of movies I would like to go and watch again for the first time.
You got to watch Lord of the Rings, though, dude. I haven't watched all the Hobbit movies. I've only seen the first Hobbit movie. But
Desolation of the Smog was pretty good. There's a dragon in that. His name's Smog.
All I know from Lord of the Rings is I really like Legolas.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a badass to me.
You don't like Gandalf or Frodo or Sam
I think Legolas is
or Gimli
cooler. He's an elf with blonde hair who can really shoot a bow.
or Sauron?
Like I said, I haven't seen it. I don't know.
I haven't
I
seen Game of Thrones, so
I've only seen like 2 seasons of it.
yeah, I forget where I left off. I know we've talked about it before on the podcast, but I left off like
Apparently
right
it's-
after a battle.
Apparently,
Somewhere.
it's that good to where we need to watch it. Like we need to.
It was really good. I say this about a lot of shows is like my problem with watching shows that have already come out that have like so many seasons to them, you know, is I don't have anyone to watch it with. I can't sit down every night and watch an episode with somebody and then go to bed. You know what I mean?
That's what we did with Dave, me and Jill, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it's just a different when you can like experience what's
Dave's
happening.
a TV show, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. They weren't experiencing an hourly night session with a random guy named Dave. It's a
With John's
comedy.
Stepdad.
Yeah. But like that's my problem with shows now because even I've been watching Black Sails on Hulu and I love it, but I have just recently gotten to the 3rd season, and I'm like, there's 2 more seasons after this.
Wait, you've never seen the whole show?
No, I'd never seen it because I didn't have what was on Showtime or Stars.
Black Sails is awesome, dude. I love that show. But be prepared to just be like not happy with how it ends.
That's what, I mean, everybody says that about shows.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel about Game of Thrones, though. Is that, like I was really loving it and everything, but I just got to a point where I was just like, I already know how it ends because of social media, and I know that everybody. Everybody.
Don't say it. Don't say it because I might watch it.
I'm not. I know how everybody feels about the way it ended and everything for it. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, do I really want to go through watching all this by myself to feel like that at the end? You know?
Just for the Ice King to get stabbed.
But I will say Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah, what's her name? Amelia Earhart. Something like Amelia Clark.
Amelia something. It's Amelia something. I think it is Clark.
Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was nice. I waved at her in real life, and she waved back at me one time.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Where?
At Comic-Con.
No way.
Yeah.
It was not the real one. It was someone dressed as her.
No, it was her. For real. She was there.
That's super tight.
But it was like $120 to get it autographed. So I obviously wasn't paying $120.
You pay money to get an autograph?
Yes. So I just waved.
You can sell that autograph for more than $120, by the way.
And I went on my merry way.
Did you get a picture with her for $120?
I also gave Fez from that 70 show a fist bump.
You met Fez?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of great actors and actresses in Game of Thrones too, though.
Sip of the white one. I just want to see your reaction.
All of us take a sip of the white one. How about that?
Okay.
Since I'm the brewmaster.
Amelia Earhart.
I don't
Still
think it's that
sucks.
bad. I don't think it's that bad. A lot of great actors and actresses in Game of Thrones, though, and the dragons specifically are freaking sick in that show, dude.
I've just gotten to where they're babies.
Even then, they're super cute when they're babies, though, aren't they?
They're
incredibly cute.
When they like cook the little piece of meat, they're just like.
Spoiler alert.
What about Sean? Did you watch The Witcher?
No,
I haven't seen.
Neither of y'all have watched The Witcher?
I saw like 2 episodes and got bored. There's one really cool action scene in it though.
Dude,
there's a problem with casting Henry Cavill as The Witcher because in my mind he's Superman, so I just got to get over that hump, and then
he's a much better Witcher than he is a Superman.
Did Jason
because all the movies, all the Superman he's in suck.
Yeah.
Off of Game of Thrones.
What?
I think so.
Did Jason Momoa get famous off of Game of Thrones?
I think that was his first big role. Yes.
I know he had a sex scene with.
Yes.
He died.
Okay. Spoiler alerts. Yeah. Daenerys Targaryen. Yeah, they were. She's like gifted to him or something because he's some like incredible warrior.
Yeah, and then he dies.
Well, that sounds terrible. I'm glad he died.
No, he's not a bad guy though. He's just like.
Whoa.
Well, he's still.
I mean, he's a warrior, but like he's not bad to her in any way.
He still participated in human trafficking, and that's not cool.
That's the way it was back then, man.
This is the
if there's dragons, there's human trafficking, which means
the two go hand in hand.
If there's human trafficking, there's dragons, and there is human trafficking in the world.
There
guys.
must have been a lot of dragons at Jeffrey Epstein's house.
I do want to clarify. I do want to clarify when I said this is the way I was referencing The Mandalorian, not saying human trafficking is the way.
Yeah, you probably would want to clarify that.
Yeah, because I really like The Mandalorian, and this is the way I'm going to get that on my shirt. Every time they say it in the show, I say it back.
Oh, I did too. Yeah.
This is the way.
I'm still confused. I'm only on 2.
There's a scene from The Witcher, or there's a part in The Witcher where they go hunt for a dragon, for a golden dragon.
Legit.
And he's freaking sick looking.
Is he worth a lot of money? Is he like actually made of gold?
Yeah.
I would kill that dragon. And become.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to go slay it.
Very human of you, Andrew.
You're filled with greed.
You see something nice and you're like, I must have it. It must die.
I must kill it so then I can sell its scales for money.
Yes.
It's nice. Everybody's thought. I think dragons are one of the coolest things ever, though. I think one of like the coolest mythical.
If the last dragon on Earth was golden, I would want it to. I wouldn't kill it. I want it to be alive.
I would. It's gonna die anyways.
Even if the last 2 dragons.
It's not gonna give birth.
It's not gonna reproduce.
It's an impregnated female dragon.
Yeah. Like
You know.
I don't want to endanger the species to get the gold, but
What if?
Okay,
What if
first
there
of all,
was like
if
a
it's
donkey dragon hybrid?
you mean like Shrek,
Yeah.
I would kill those things. They're probably annoying as hell.
well, they're also
They're
if you
not
were to have
okay.
if you
Let's
were to
be
have
honest.
stubborn dragons, how good does that sound?
Listen, let's be honest
You
because
literally put the metaphor "stop dragging ass." That would be perfect. They start getting out of their pen, and you're like, "Stop dragging ass." You put a whole new meaning to it.
that's true. But let's be honest. I mean, I watched.
I like dragons.
I watched.
I like totals.
I watched
Dragging
Shrek
these nuts
2.
on your face, bitch.
Oh, I knew it was gonna come out somewhere.
I watched Shrek 2 like 2 weeks ago or something, and that
Dude,
at the
Shrek
very
goes
end,
hard, bro.
it really does, bro. It's one of the greatest animated
Shrek is probably the
movie
greatest
series of all
DreamWorks
time.
movie ever.
I can get behind that.
I can't think of a lot of DreamWorks
also-
movies off the top of my head, but
Also, Andrew's dying.
do you drink the white one? Do you drink the Dragon's Milk White?
No, it's a black one. But I swallowed it down the wrong pipe. Other than that, it was fantastic. Like the aftertaste that's in my mouth right now, great.
I was thinking about this after I watched Shrek 2. Actually, I was like, could you imagine if they would have released that movie now, and like who would have played what character and who could have done it better than what the cast was then? And then
Shrek.
immediately I was like, you
Ain't nobody
can't,
do this movie to me.
but you can't replace Eddie Murphy, and you can't replace Mike Myers.
I love that boulder.
You can't replace Shrek and Donkey. They were too perfect for their role. But I think like Lord
Bro, you know your
Farquaad
movie's
and
good.
like Prince Charming and all them, like
Yeah.
even Fiona could have been
It was
casted
Fiona
differently.
who played her.
Cameron
Does anybody
Diaz.
know? That's right. Yeah.
And she's good too, but I think that she could have been replaced like if it was a release now movie at this time.
Yeah.
I know a real life.
But you
Lord
can't replace
Farquaad.
Shrek
I'll
and-
send y'all a picture of him.
You know,
I think
you know,
Crystalia looks a lot like Lord Farquaad.
You know, Shrek's a good movie when
No, I know
You
someone
have-
that looks more like for Lord Farquaad than Crystalia.
Ford
when you
Larquaad.
have a Will Smith movie
Uh-huh.
about the apocalypse and like and I Am Legend, and Shrek is in that movie, like just for no apparent reason, for the fact that it's in that movie because it's a kids movie. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And he quotes it in the movie.
It's such a good movie, dude. There,
Like when your
Shrek
movie
1 and
gets into
Shrek
other
2
movies-
are Shrek
Nothing
1 by
but
itself.
buttons!
Yeah. Shrek 1 by itself is on another level of like animated movies to me, but Shrek 1 and 2 both are for me. And not just
Dude,
that,
you know-
the games that I played on the GameCube whenever they came
yeah.
out, dude.
Oh,
Bro, those slapped, man.
You know who else did? You know who else couldn't have been replaced in Shrek? The three blind mice and the pigs.
I
think
mean,
they're pigs. Maybe not the pigs. Is what I'm thinking of. I can't think of who that is. The
Oh.
gingerbread man and the pig.
I
Is it a
mean, I
pig?
think it could have been casted with different people voicing it, as long
Oh,
as
yeah.
it stayed
And you would have
similar.
still loved them, you know.
I'm just saying, like, specifically, Shrek and Donkey were like they were so perfect for those roles
Yeah.
that like I couldn't think of anyone that could replace them ever. Prince Charming, I feel like if it was made now, would have been played by like Thor, the guy that plays Thor.
I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
if they were to
Chris
You know what I
Hemsworth.
mean? Chris Hemsworth, yeah.
I feel like if they were to do a new one, the closest to a decent replacement for Eddie Murphy you would probably get is Kevin Hart.
It definitely would have been Kevin Hart to play. Donkey.
Yeah, that could have, but I think Eddie Murphy's better for that role still.
Well, of course, I think so too. But I'm thinking like new age, they would have casted Kevin Hart if it was the same
But
guy making the decision.
I want you to genuinely tell me that anyone would have played it as good or better than Mike Myers.
Yeah,
Shrek.
imagine if they
Who
would have
that
cast like
is.
Tom Hanks or something.
Because you've
Also,
never seen
you never
Austin
seen
Powers,
Austin
bro.
Mike Myers.
He's Austin Powers, man.
That's who
Wayne's
played
World.
Shrek?
Yes, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yes.
Wayne's World.
Mike Myers is an incredible actor, and he's also hilarious as hell.
It would have been like I feel like yeah, you couldn't change that. Like Tom Hanks playing Shrek would not have been good.
Dude,
No, and Tom Hanks is an incredible actor.
this guy played Austin Powers. This guy,
Yeah, Mike Myers, dude.
dude, he got fat.
Make sure you look up Mike Myers and not Michael Myers. It's two different things.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
dude.
Why does he look like humongous now?
Well, he looks a lot different from Shrek.
Because
That's
he's like
because it's an animated
60.
movie.
No, whenever y'all say he plays Austin Powers, I'm viewing him as Austin Powers, and it's just hard to view him as that now because he's like.
Well, look up Austin Powers instead of Mike Myers, and you'll see
Well,
what I'm talking about, or you'll see
look
him.
the same.
Because Austin Powers was like made in the 70s or 80s.
No, it was the 90s. First of all, late 90s.
90s and early 2000s.
The first one was in like 97, I think, or 96.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Oh,
Those movies are so
behave. I love those movies, man.
I've never seen those. I need to watch those.
You're gonna freaking love those movies, Andrew.
Really?
You're going to
We're gonna
love those
watch it.
movies.
I have to rent them? Do you think I have to rent them?
I
don't
don't
know.
imagine they're easily accessible on any streaming platform.
Yeah.
They were on Netflix for a while.
Netflix had them.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on
So-
Netflix for a while. They
So
might be on
even
there.
if I have to rent them, though, I have a whole weekend where Jill's at work all weekend, and I'm here, so I get to finally relax. Most weekends I'm busy. This weekend I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna consume so much content.
You're gonna consume so much content.
A content consumption machine.
So if we lived in a world where we were in constant fear of being killed by dragons because we had lived in like a walled city, and outside of the walls there was dragons, and we needed to go explore the world outside of us for
Would you
research
volunteer?
purposes, would you go if it meant that you might die, but you could also fight dragons?
Yes.
I think I would go.
I don't think I would.
If our world was, I would go if our world, our fictional world was so impoverished to where like there was this hierarchical, I can't speak
Hierarchical.
class system, you
I
know,
don't
and then
think
like we were like peasants, and they were like, "Hey, we need you to come with us to fight these dragons." I'd be like,
You're gonna-
"All right, I'll go. You
Yeah,
can
but
take me."
you're gonna lose, dude. Like you don't win.
Yeah, but how
No,
sick
dude.
would it be to die fighting a dragon, bro? Your story would live on forever.
Yeah,
No,
it'd
would-
be like
you would
lava.
just be
You
the guy
get
that died fighting the dragon. If you won, your story would live on forever. But you
no,
aren't
but the
gonna
dragon's
win.
breath. The dragon's breath is so hot that it instantly petrified you. So you get out to fields of burnt forest and just petrified soldiers standing there. I think that's a great plot for a movie. Hit me up.
You could call it the Field of the Petrified.
Yeah.
No.
No.
The Petrified
called,
Field.
like- It's gonna be called like
The petrified forests. That's what you should call it.
Fro-
and it's just
fro-
you go out
frozen
there and
souls.
It's like one dragon terrorizing one civilization.
Lord of the
and it's
Wings.
got, like, fucking...
Lord of the Wings.
I got it.
That's just a guy with a lisp pronouncing Lord of the Rings.
It's just Mike Tyson.
No, it's a guy going. It's
Lord
a
of
guy
the
who goes
Wings.
to Buffalo Wild Wings every
No,
night.
I was gonna say Lord of the Wings is just Rick Ross at Wingstop.
It's just James Harden at the strip club every weekend
Yeah.
eating his wings, bro.
I would totally.
I would do
that.
it though. I would totally fight dragons if I could.
The only thing you have is a
Also-
sword, a horse, and a longbow.
But
It
yeah,
sounds like
here's
you
the
both have
thing.
a death wish.
But here's the thing: is I'm imagining it in medieval times. Like if it was still like modern times and I had all this technology still, I probably wouldn't. But like if it was medieval times and we were living in poverty and like, you know, you're growing up and you're a male and you're being trained to be a warrior, yes, I would go fight dragons for sure.
Randall's like, you know, if YouTube was a thing, I would probably stay home and just keep watching YouTube.
More or less, if I
didn't have
had
anything
something
else
else
to
to do, you know what I I mean?
Yeah.
Like
The dragons
it-
are attacking. Hold on, I gotta finish this Roblox video.
Okay, maybe not that, but
This Minecraft video.
hold up. Let me just wreck these bots real quick, bro.
You play Fortnite and your house is on fire. The dragons are coming to eat you and shit.
Yeah. I would do it though, for sure. I wouldn't want to necessarily just kill them, but if we could tame them
Yeah.
and ride them around.
Dragon saddle.
First of all, this is what I always wanted to know too. People that in movies and stuff, obviously, but like people in movies that do ride dragons, How do they not die from being too high up in the air and not inside like an airplane?
Well, I don't think dragons fly that high. I think the air is too thin for dragons to fly that high. I mean, anything, as long as the dragon's not flying at like 20,000, 30,000 feet, you're probably all right.
I mean, you can't control how high it goes. I mean, you could, I guess, in that
But
situation,
my thing
but
is,
like...
is in these movies, like, let's take Game of Thrones. I've seen clips. I've never seen it. But she's just riding a dragon, and this thing just nosedives at the ground, right? 100, 200 miles an hour, spewing fire.
Yeah.
You're catching a lot of bugs to the face, and that's going to hurt. Like,
Also,
nobody
you're
ever
catching
wears a
flames
helmet.
to the face.
Nobody ever wears a helmet.
Oh, no. Well, helmets didn't exist.
But if you can ride a dragon, you can make a helmet. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Or at least goggles.
I would need some with windshield wipers on them, though.
Yeah. You just
Clear the
reach your
bugs
hand-
off.
You just reach your hand down there in a dragon's armpit and get some of the sweat wiped.
Oh, God.
It's like a, it's
No,
like an
you just
anti-fog.
milk it. You just grab the
How fast does a
dragon's
dragon
milk. And,
fly?
I bet I can find it.
I mean, we can Google it.
Should I search how fast does a dragon fly or fastest dragon in the world?
Were dragons ever real?
I think... I don't know.
Komodo dragons.
I think the idea behind the dragon had to come from, like, the, what's the dinosaur?
I don't think they ever breathe fire.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah.
A pterodactyl.
I don't think they ever
Pterodactyl.
breathe fire, but
Can we talk about how much of a bullshit spelling of that name is?
I don't even ask me how to spell it. I won't
It's
try.
pterodactyl, but there's a
That's the P.
P in the front.
It's like opossum.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, too.
You don't like silent P's like pneumonia? I just love pneumonia.
I
Okay,
hate
well,
pneumonia for one.
I'm coming up with dragonflies. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay,
How- put it in quotes.
judging by this excellent Game of Thrones interactive map, it would appear that the distance in question is at least 1,200 miles. That would mean that dragons fly, in average, I think I should say on average,
Yes.
300 to 500 miles per hour. Since they have to accelerate to their cruising speed, their maximum speed would be at least 15% higher. So, let's say 500%, 15, what's 750 miles an hour?
I don't think
No, it'd be
that's
like
50%, sorry.
575.
So you're telling me it's
That's what I meant,
keeping-
yeah,
it's keeping
575.
up with 737?
Yeah, it's almost going the speed of sound.
No. No way.
It's almost Mach 1.
No,
Like-
Mach 1 is like 1,200 miles an hour, isn't it?
No, it's like 730 or something. 750, I think.
I'm gonna be honest, guys.
Google?
I don't know if I'll be able to finish both these.
Dude, the dark one, man, you start to feel it.
I got some.
Oh my
I
god,
got some
dude, I'm in
flavor out of the
America.
white one.
761 miles per hour is the speed of sound.
761.
Dude, these suck.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and come really hard at Ace Combat
Whoa.
here, because Ace Combat I would always fly like 1,200 miles an hour, and never once did I see myself break the sound barrier.
Hey, you're almost going twice the speed of sound.
Wait, you went how fast?
1,200. It was in one of those like really fast ones.
No, it was in one of the slow ones, Andrew.
It was in like one of the Blackbirds or something.
One time I went 1,200 miles per hour on my Huffy bike one time.
Pegging two of my bros.
Me and two of my bros were pegging. We hit a hill. Super steep.
Wait, hold on. You said steep, right?
Yeah,
Not deep.
both.
Wow.
It was both.
Oh. I got
That's
more flavor out of that last sip of this white.
Dude, this dark one. I like it. I like it.
All right.
Yeah, I do too.
I think I know.
Oh my god, dude.
I know we're not there yet, but I'm keeping my ratings the same. I like them. I like my ratings. I think they were very accurate. I'm proud of them.
I'm having the worst experience right now.
Oh, I don't know, man.
This Dragon
man.
Milk White is probably the worst beer I've ever tasted.
Well, I have like 5 more in my fridge. You want them?
Absolutely not. No, thank
What if
you.
I gave you $100 to take them and drink them? Would you do it?
Yes.
It can't be that
I
bad.
would. Well, rent's due next week, so I might just have to take one for the team. I think Randall's choking on dragon's milk.
I've never taken alcohol down the wrong pipe before.
It doesn't feel good.
It fucking
not.
burns, dude.
Randall took the udder to the throat.
That happened to me
not working.
earlier. That happened to me earlier in the podcast, bro.
Oh my
Do you
god,
think
I feel so bad for you.
Do you think dragons could be milked? Like, do you think they have udders or nipples or anything? I mean, not everything that produces milk
not.
has udders. So
I do not think that dragons
think
can be
they do
milked.
because dragons hatch from eggs, and I don't know that of any egg-laying
you're making a good
species
point.
that produces milk.
dragons hatch from eggs, and you think of anything that produces milk as being a mammal, right? Pretty
Yeah.
much. Most things that produce milk as being a mammal, and
Yeah,
mammals
so
don't hatch from eggs.
Yeah.
So,
So
I think
dragons
they
are
would-
reptiles.
I think they would do like the baby
Well,
bird thing, like and
they're
then the mom
definitely
would just like, right?
No,
Just rubbing around.
no, I'm pretty sure dragons would probably just bring whatever food they got and just cook it, and then the dragons would eat it.
Yeah, they got teeth. I guess they're not like human babies to where they would need to like eat on a liquid diet in early stages of life. I'm sure
Yeah.
they have teeth from birth.
I would imagine.
And they're just eating like Mongolian beef,
Yeah,
Orange chicken.
like small pieces,
that's a geographical stereotype. Excuse me.
Mongolian
Why?
beef is a really good dish.
Andrew's just assuming dragons come from China, China area.
I'm not assuming.
China,
that.
Mongolia area.
I'm just saying they're eating something like that.
Stupid Mongolians.
How do you know? They're not in Scotland?
That's where I would imagine they were.
Mongolian beef-sized pieces of beef.
Well, they don't eat Mongolian
If-
beef in Scotland.
I
I
bet you
feel
they
like
do.
that's a
I
lie.
bet you they do. I bet
Well,
you
they
do.
didn't. They didn't. They probably do now.
I think you're stereotyping.
I think the dragons migrated from that area and brought their cuisine.
I just thought of a bunch of dragons like riding horses across the desert with backpacks on. Like,
Oh yeah, because that's what they have to do because they don't have wings.
Yeah.
you never know. Komodo don't have wings.
Oh my god.
I think Andrew might be dying. I think we all might be dying.
I'm fine.
I almost did because I
I'm completely okay.
inhaled alcohol into my lungs.
I didn't expect to make it this far in life.
I don't think my
Right.
lungs have healed. I think there's still. I think I'm gonna go to the doctor next week and they're gonna be like, "Sounds like you have some liquid in your lungs. You might have pneumonia." And I'll just be like, "No, go ahead and do like a ultrasound or whatever you got to do on my lungs." But it's dragon's milk.
Maybe if you take some of this to the lungs, you can start breathing fire.
Dude, that would be cool. I would do that. I would literally put it in my mouth and go
Dude, that would be
choke,
so painful.
and choke for like 3 minutes. But I
Have you ever?
Fire then.
Have either of y'all ever tried to do the fire breathing thing with liquor?
No, I don't
Nope.
want to. I've seen too many people get hurt doing it.
Yeah,
I've done it
I
with
wouldn't
my
do it
hand.
either. I've seen you do it with
But-
your hand.
Yeah.
With the lighter, like the gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that with gas and a lighter, but I've seen people put the lighter gas in their mouth and do it, and I'm like, nope. I'm gonna accidentally hiccup and I'm gonna light my lungs on fire, and I'm not about that.
Yeah.
But I see all these people like doing the flaming shots and stuff too, and just
And
like burning
whole
their face.
catches on fire.
I'm like,
Oh,
that's just
yeah.
not worth
and they
it,
spit
dude.
it out and they catch the living room on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you're supposed to blow it out first before you take the shot.
I've
yeah,
done a flaming shot
exactly.
while it was on fire through a straw though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have to do it really quick, otherwise the straw will burn. So it's like,
But what happens if
Yeah, I
you
see
do
that.
it too quick and then you suck up some of the fire?
I
don't think that's how it
works.
works.
That way.
You didn't make it that far?
It was a shot I did at the bar in Mexico called La Cucaracha.
But
Cockroach?
I mean, they should call that dragon something. Dragon breath.
They should really change. the
That
name.
sounds more like dragon's milk than this does.
I mean, who wants to take a cockroach shot? But if you say the dragon, people might be like,
I don't want to take a shot of anything with the word cock in it.
Ooh.
You
I
take the
wanna-
dragon shot, and as soon as you're done with it, Bruce Lee comes out and roundhouses you in the back of the head.
Ooh,
The dragon.
I want to take that shot.
Is that right? Didn't they used to call Bruce Lee the dragon?
yeah.
Something like that.
Give me that shot. It's the what is it
Put
called?
that shot in my mouth.
Oh yeah, light that shot on fire, baby. Make it nice and hot.
The dragon.
All right.
Dude.
All right.
Make it rough like your scales.
Randall, you should breathe before you get into the mic.
Breathe that hot fire into my mouth, baby.
Oh my god.
Super hot fire.
I almost said fought higher.
What was that? What was
Welcome
I going
back
to say?
Welcome back to Porn Radio, where we whisper random shit in your ear.
By the way, I just
Dragon's milk.
I couldn't breathe earlier because I was trying to laugh, Sean. Or I was trying to breathe, but I kept laughing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man, I was
think
gonna
I
say
preferred-
something.
I think I prefer getting lit
Throughout
on
the
fire
ages,
by a dragon.
dragon's milk has been a term used to describe potent ales and elixirs worthy of celebration, a reward at the end of the journey. Our signature stout carries on that tradition today. Roasted malt delivers notes of coffee and chocolate married with sweet undertones of vanilla and oak from a 3-month stay in bourbon barrels to create a truly legendary blend of flavor.
This is supposed to be a rewarding beverage. It's the worst reward I've ever received.
If I were to
Again,
go
there's
through
just
a
different
really hard,
times.
if I were to go through a really hard, long, difficult journey, and at the end you said, "Here, enjoy this dragon's milk." If it was all that you had to offer me, I would take it and enjoy the 11% alcohol by volume. If you had any other beer aside from a Helichella or a Miller High Life, I would take it. Not the dark one. Not the dark one. The dark one I would take over a lot of beers, but the white one I would not.
Yeah, the white one's
Sucks.
very low tier. Very low tier beer.
The white one's ass.
Okay, well, we've gotten to this point of the episode where we have to talk about where we're drinking it. First off, where do you see yourself drinking it?
In the dumpster.
I knew Sean was. I thought Sean was gonna say in hell.
No, that's for the Helichella. This one's on the petrified plains of the dragon world that I created in my mind. I'm dead, and this is laying right next to me because I drank it and died instantly.
You drank it and you couldn't move, and the dragon burned you to
Yeah.
death.
No, I wasn't lit on fire. I just died.
He didn't even try to burn me.
Mine might be playing off the name a little too much, but mine would be if I were to go on like a really long hike through the mountains and I'm camping that weekend and we go on a long hike and set up a tent on the side of not the side of a steep mountain, but the side of an elevated surface, and we have a tent and a fire and I'm drinking a dragon's milk. But I think more realistically, I just go to some rich guy's house and it's a cold night and there's a fire with the glass in it outside. He's like, all I got is this dragon's milk, man. I'm like, all right, I'll take one. I'm drinking beers with this rich guy by his glass fire pit outside of his nice ass house on a cold night.
Is it just you and the guy?
Yeah, you have friends or what?
Or did he meet you on some app and you're going over there for a good time?
No, I think it would be.
Was his house on an island?
I think it would be if
Was he rich?
That's a good question.
No. I think it would be me and my fiance Jill going over there because we're friends with this rich guy's son.
Okay, but I thought it was just you and him.
He's got the dragon's milk.
Well, it's just him and the guy drinking.
Yeah.
But he's not at the house by himself with the guy.
No, that would be weird.
I got what you're saying. It's definitely a cold weather beer for me. I don't think I could. I definitely couldn't drink this in the middle of a spring summer day.
And if you did, you're absolutely insane.
You know what I just thought of?
You're absolutely a lunatic.
Yeah.
if you do that.
This is like, I feel like this is the beer that I'm like an intergalactic bounty hunter. And I've been on like a long mission, and I've been away from like civilization for a long
from
time.
Like the city of Mandalore or something?
No, that's different. I've been away from civilization for a long time, and I finally make it back, and I return with my bounty like a year later, like 6 months later. You know, it's been really hard. I'm having to live off like MREs, like space MREs, you know, and I get back to the bar, and I sit down, and I feel like this is a beer that they give you, and the only reason you drink it is because it's been 6 months since you've been in a social area and had any alcohol at all, and so you drink it because you have to. I feel like that. That's what happens to me.
This podcast like helps our literary abilities, because what you just said, an intergalactic bounty hunter, no one would be like, "Oh yeah, if I was an intergalactic bounty hunter, I'd drink this beer." But I think that's a very good description.
It's like Cowboy Bebop.
You know,
that's pretty good.
But the ending sucks.
We're getting really good at like Mad Libs. You know what I mean? Like we could just come up with these stories where we're drinking these beers, and they sound pretty good.
Yeah, I might write a book.
Fuck it.
Dragon's milk.
Genuinely don't know what I would be 100% doing drinking this beer, but it's definitely a cold weather beer for me, but not like a snow beer. It's like
space cold, right?
No, it's Texas.
Kind of.
Like
It's more like
cold.
Texas cold for me. That's what I'm saying. Is like it drops to like 30 or below that, and
your power goes out.
There's a lot of wind, but there's no snow, and like Christmas lights aren't even up yet. You know what I mean? Like there's no Christmas lights up yet, or it's already passed. It's like, you know, getting there or it's already passed is the thing.
Like late November, early December.
Right, or like January or beyond, you know, when people are like taking them down or whatever. But it's just blistering cold. There's no fire. You're just on your front porch. And you're out there because you're addicted to cigarettes and you have to go outside to smoke.
Bro, I was just about to say I'm changing mine because we're outside, we're wearing Carhartt jackets, right? We're freezing our asses off, drinking a Dragon's Milk, smoking a cig, playing washers or horseshoes or something.
Yeah.
Because we wanted something to do when we're smoking a cig.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's a beer that you take with you because you have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or if you
But
can't
it's also
find
really
a
good to
spaceship
me.
or any bounties to find, maybe you're the ranch hand, you know, and you've been doing ranch hand stuff all day.
But it's
and you
cold
get back
outside.
to the house, and it's cold outside. You live, yeah. It's not snowing.
That's good too. Actually, that's actually pretty good.
It's like, have you ever seen The Ranch with Ashton Kutcher?
I haven't seen the whole thing, but I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You live in Colorado. It's not snowing. You've been a ranch hand. You've been out there for 16 hours. You know, sun up to sundown, and you get back, and maybe you drink one of these. I don't think I would. I think I would rather go to bed, but maybe you drink one of these after a long, hard day.
The only reason I describe it as a cold weather beer is because I am going to get drunk and it's going to get my blood pumping. Much like taking a shot does, because it's such a high alcohol content.
I think the best way to drink this beer would be to pour it into a glass and drink it very fast.
Shoot it.
Yeah, just chug it down the hatch.
Just get it over with. You might get sick immediately, though.
It's all right. You're 11% drunker.
True. All right. Well, how are we feeling at the end about them?
Still bad.
I'm staying the same.
You're going to stay the same throughout?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I will
drink
too.
This Dragon's Milk, the regular one.
I think I will too.
I like the regular one.
I actually for the white, I think I'm going to raise mine a little bit from a 5.0 to a 5.6. Yeah.
What was that? 4.8?
Yeah. Just because
I'm staying. I think
just because toward the end I started to get a little more flavor and I thought it was pretty good. But it was still a disappointment in the flavor. It was still not what I expected. It's only 6% for a stout. Like, I wouldn't necessarily label that beer as a stout.
No, I can get a double IPA for 8% in Spindle Tap. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. And it tastes better. But I mean, don't knock it till you try it. I guess still go out there and try it. But
yeah, I recommend that everyone on this podcast that listens to this podcast try this regular Dragon's Milk.
If you like stouts, yeah.
I think it's pretty good, and I mean, you need to at least give it a go. But the thing is I mean, it's like I said, $15. So,
and it's very hard to find here in the South, or at least in Texas.
Yeah, you're paying that much for 4 beers when you can pay that much and get a 30 and Natty Light. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but to be fair, you're gonna get just as drunk either way.
Yes.
So here's where I stand. I'm gonna take the regular Dragon's Milk black bottle up 1 point
to a 5.
I'm gonna
or to a 4.1.
To a 5.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give the Dragon's Milk White a flat 1.
Wow.
I think by far the Dragon's Milk White, I'm not being dramatic, is probably the worst beer that I've ever had.
Let me see just to make sure.
Yeah, go back to Hella.
Whatever the Hellicella was.
Because you wound up giving the Hellicella a 0 after the end.
Okay, well give this one a 0 and give the Hellicella a 1.
You would rather drink the Hellicella?
Absolutely.
Not a chance, dog.
I would drink 6 Helicellas to 1 Dragon's Milk White.
Not a chance, bro.
I don't know.
Man.
Put them side by side. Special next week.
I'll leave them the
Sean's worst
same.
rated beers.
I'm not
leave 'em the same.
participating in that episode. I'm not drinking a beer with you. I will. I'll have a glass of whiskey or something.
All right. Let me try it one more time. Let me
Now
take
that it's warm.
I mean, it's not
Now
going to
that
get
it's
any
one
better.
more drink. Let me take one more drink. See how it feels. But if I have to taste this dirty, rotten, center console cup holder rotted corridor any other time after this,
It's a nickel, bro.
the nickel, yes. If I have to taste that any other time, if I taste it again, I'm giving it a 0.
No. To each his own. I don't think it's that bad. But I respect everybody. Everybody's.
One more.
That's what's so great about beer, though, man. Is there's so many options out there for everyone, and you get to find what you love the most.
Different than anything I've ever had.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's an actual first. I've never had anything like these.
2. I'll give it something.
So you
Is
would
it
rather drink it
better than the
Hella?
Hella?
Oh man, I don't know, dude.
I don't want to force you into something. If you feel some way about it, don't change your decision about it.
No, the only
Is
reason
it
I'm giving it a
better than
2
Hella?
is because it's the coolest beer can I've ever seen.
Yeah, but you would rather drink the Hella,
I believe so, yes.
and you gave it a 0.
I'm
So
gonna
this
keep
one's
you at a
taking
0 then. Yeah, I'm gonna give it at a 0 then.
All right.
The can is dope though. He has a point.
The
It's
can is
probably the
fucking-
coolest beer
it's
can
fine.
I've ever seen, but it's the worst tasting beer I've ever seen. They should have put a little bit more into the craftsmanship than the beer can craftsmanship.
Then the design. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you gave me a Vivacella with this can on it, that'd be a 14 out of 10. That's all I'm saying. Or a Crawford Bock with this can on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's that time where we tell you to go follow us on socials. Our Twitter is at Off the Tap Pod. Everything else is Off the Tap Podcast. That's Instagram, Facebook, Patreon. Our website as well, www.offthetapodcast.com.
I was showing that off this weekend.
Hey, nice. We're in the works on some merch, hopefully.
I'm excited.
Maybe
I'm
some
excited.
shirts or koozies and stuff. We'll see though. We still gotta tweak some things, but
Randall's thrown together something beautiful for us.
If someone donates
Yeah.
$100 on Patreon, I will drink a 6-pack of the Dragon's Milk White. Back to back to back to back to back.
we're saving the turtles and we're
It's a bag.
torturing Sean at the same time.
Yes, $200, I will do both things.
That's right. But we appreciate
$300, I will go catch a dragon and deliver it to your house.
if that's possible. But we thank anyone who listens to the podcast, and it's like always.
Have you ever milked an animal?
No.
I have.
No, I also have. Are humans considered animals?
No, that's weird.
We're in the same species. We're in the same kingdom.
Do you get dirty when you're doing it?
Yeah.
I just don't get far enough.
Oh.
Oh.